Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So I am working on those paper pumpkin alternatives, guys, for July 2024 kit called Painted Petals. And I just realized, oh, it's underneath here. I was like, I just moved this. It's under the whiteboard. Oh, no, that's me. Okay, so let's take a look. This is the instructions for the Painted Petals. 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one. This QR code leads you to the video that will show you how to put those cards together as they were designed. This one will lead you to the Thanks and Beyond dies. I'm going to continue saying that. Every celebration dies. I'm going to double check that. Yes, every celebration dies. That's the number 164991. This is a visual of everything in the kit and the coordinating colors, as this is past videos 1 through 5. I don't show all that stuff anymore. Videos 1 through 5 I do, so if you would like a close-up look at everything in the kit, please refer to those. And this, oh, it says Painted Petals, so here we go. This one, hello, let's celebrate you. Friends like you make life beautiful. You're simply the best. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. And this little detail stamp. So what are we doing today? Well, video number 9. Oh, I lost my card. Let me just roll the chair back and grab it. I made this adorable little fun fold card because I received this one from Lori in the mail. Yes. And it's similar to, oh my goodness, watch all of my stuff. You'll see it in a minute. I don't want to jinx everything I have over there. So I showed you that this is the vertical version of the horizontal version that I got from Joanne. So I am going to put those aside. Let's go over what we're going to need. Let me show you what else we're using. So I am bringing in Petal Park because we're making our own DSP. So I'm bringing in Petal Park. I know it's retired. Thoughtful Blooms has a florally, you know, fauna type thing. Anything with leaves would really work for this. So those are options. What else? I used the Hooray from the Celebrate Everything dies right there. And I die cut this 3 times. I did one in black, one in the flimsy little envelope paper, and I glued this Old Olive to the black, and you'll see that in a minute. And then I did one in Calypso Coral because Calypso Coral is my color base. Then I had already stamped yikes, I'd already stamped this floral image. You saw, and this is on the back of one of the envelopes from the kit, and I just did this and I die cut that out. I'm gonna leave that. No, I'm not, because that, I'll probably lose my die. My die is going to go back in the little package with the little bit of tape on it. We are using one of these little green strips. I've got 3 left. So let's see what I have in store for us. This is an I don't know why. Okay, so that's not part of it. I have a white envelope. I have the envelope the card came in that inspired all this. Yikes, a little fly flew on my head. Set that one aside. So you can see I have a piece of fun foam for my die cut, my floral image, which we are going to, hopefully it won't be noticeable. We're going to color with Calypso Coral and Old Olive. The Hooray, I told you the green is backed with black just for some support, because I think we're going to double duty this, you know, offset it like I have shown before. We have that little strip from the kit. So our card base will be 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and 5 1/2. And we are going to do that together. And I realize that this says white, but that is not what we're doing. I don't know why I wrote white. We're making our own DSP with this one. So let's go. We need to, the layer behind the focal point, which is this one, is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 behind the focal point. Here's the card. This being the focal point, so this layer is here, same color as the card base. This is going to be our DSP that we're going to make. Okay, so then the other layers for our DSP, which you need are, you're going to need 2 pieces in here. You could have done 1 piece of white, I guess, but so this is an envelope piece. If it looks a little different, it is, because this is the back of an envelope. So you're going to need 2 that are 2 by 4. That's for the inside. 1 we're going to stamp on, 1 is to write, and this is 1 by 4 for the outside. So, oh, and a piece of vellum that's 3 by 4, because I think it'll tie into what they kind of did in the kit. So that being said, we're going to stamp. And I found my notebook. Yes, I did. So, stamped in Pierce mat. So we're going to make our own DSP. Right? And we have this piece to stamp on, this piece to stamp on, and this piece. So we have all 3 of these that need stamping. All 3 of those pieces. So we're going to start with the littlest one first, because if I don't like this, I can flip it over, or I can cut another little piece. And I'll find out very quickly if I like this color combination or not. So I'm going to stamp there. Might be a little too dark for my liking, so I'm not sure. And I'm going to stamp. See, I don't like that going. I want it to go this way. Sometimes I feel like I really should cut the stamp apart. Were any of you heartbroken this did not make it into the catalog? Again, I loved this. So next we are going to do, we need the other side of it. So not sure what I got that. Yikes. I need like a bigger stamp or something. I don't know what to do. It won't fit on this. We're just going to have to go like this. Get messy. Pull this one off, because I may not like the I don't want to stamp it all if I don't like the color combination of Mossy Meadow and Old Olive together on this card. Not that they won't look good together. It's just that I'm not sure I'm going to like them. So that we don't need. I only have 1 of these blocks. So let's ink. This is the solid part. That was the outline. So now I got to figure out where this one doesn't match that one, but it should match. Doesn't match that one either. Did I not use it? Let's just ink it all up. I used some of this stamp on the other one. You can see I give it a little twist. That's because it's a cloth pad. Don't do that if you have the new pads. Okay, this is not that one. Turn it. It's this one. Okay, we're going to go with it again. We're just going to go with it. Turn it. We're going to continue on this path. It looks like I'm only using up this side of it. There is something behind the stamp that is driving me crazy. Little piece of paper there. All right. All right, that's one. We're going to do sponging. Now we're going to do the inside piece, which I wonder if we can, now that we know. We're going to stamp it all first, like this. And then like that. Then we're going to fill it in, hopefully. Might have to do some fancy dancy scrap paper, or just get this out and stamp, because that's where those flowers were supposed to go, but we're not doing florals. We're not doing florals. I mean, you don't have to do the 2-step bit. Okay, that one's done. And then we'll get back to, this time I'm going to just be a little bit more cautious of like what part I stamp. Because then I got to go back and, you know, fill it in with the other one. So here, looks like really I just need the one end. All right, I'll clean it off after. I'm gonna put that back on the block there. Where's my other one? The detail. This is gonna be in the Mossy Meadow. Oh, if I have to, it's kind of like, it's not bright and shiny because that Mossy Meadow is deep and dark and we still need to cut the card base, but I skipped that. I went right to the stamping. You could tell what I like to do, right? I like to stamp. Actually, I love stamping. So this I know goes right here. A little bit there. This is going to be this one. I mean, I'm not worried about it being lined up perfectly. That is not my goal. Is that this one? Nope, it's this side. No? So which one of these sides? It looks like this side, doesn't it? That looks like that one. Why is it? All right, we're going to go for it. It's going to go, something is going to get stamped right there, and I don't know why. That's not it. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. There it is. There's that one. There's that. Make sure I got it inked up. There's that one. And we still have this to do, which make sure it's all inked up. All right. We're gonna stamp some more. Let's get it done. Okay, this one. And yeah, it's gonna get a little confusing here, maybe. This one. This one. I think that is this one. It is. Gotta ink the whole entire stamp up because that inked up quite a bit. I don't think let's put this on there because I think I didn't stamp the entirety of it. There. Now this part looks like this one, so I need to cover up this. No, that is it this one? That is not it. How on earth did I get that one, guys? Any clue what I did? Oh, sometimes it's not. I should have stamped it immediately. That's why the outline would have been so much easier. Something is amiss here. So 2 flowers together, which look like these two, but that's not it. Oh. So next guess would be, that's not that one, that's this one. Oh, there it is. Okay, we found part of it anyways. This is right here, which just needs to come in to cover that up. Because this goes like that. Okay, that's that one. Now I have these, and I'm still looking at this stamp like it's gonna pop. it's going to remind me of something. So we have these two little leaves, which are actually there. Is that it? That's not it. It is for that one though. So now I need a whole bunch of stuff, right? Can't believe I did it this way. I feel like I should stop and just go ahead and redo it, but I am not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. Because that is, how did I manage? Oh, there it is. I can see this one lines up with that one. I just didn't. Okay. This was like that, and that then lines up. So now I got to do it again. I just didn't turn it the right way. It does line up though, because this is it. All right. Ta-da! Finally, I'm going to set that way, way, way away from me. And now we're going to come in with the itty bitty backgrounds. And do I decide to do Calypso Coral, or do I decide to do, I've never done it this way. This is so backwards. so backwards. We're going to do Old Olive. So 1, 2, we're going to do 2. So stamp off and stamp off and stamp. We're just filling it in. Stamp off and stamp on all of them. Then we're going to work on our card base. Oh, almost did it in the Old Olive. I mean, the Mossy Meadow. We don't want that. That's way too dark. Hoping, though, it shows up really pretty against the Calypso Coral. All right. So all of our pieces are done. And this is going to be diffused with the vellum, so I think it's going to work. Do we go to the card base, or do we do the sponging? We're going to do the sponging because we've started this process. We might as well finish it, right? Hand sanitizer time. I've got ink everywhere. All right. This stamp pad. All right, so we are going to go around because we want to bring it. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. I might go ahead and find another one of the itty bitty backgrounds and add a few little larger dots, speckles in here. Or in the petal part, there is a little stamp that I think we're going to add a little color in here now that I look at it. Now I'm not stamping off. It's like the pad is not that juicy. It might look like it is, but it's not. All right, we also need to do our 2x4 piece. That is for the inside sentiment. We have 2 on the inside that are 2x4, the one I'm sponging around. If you're wondering, I'm holding it up here, but I've got these fingers behind it. Right? All right. Where's my little piece? This is the piece I was talking about. So we want to do it. I think it needs to be on this side. This is that envelope piece that I'm using up from the kit. And we will be stamping in Old Olive or Mossy Meadow. That's done. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think now. We're going to do some more sponging, but I think what I want to do now is cut our card base. Now that we did all of that, shall we go for the card base? I'm sorry, guys. I just get excited about stamping, and I just decided to go for it. So here's our card base. Well, a sheet of cardstock. I showed you guys this in the last one, how to cut a full sheet of cardstock by scoring it first. Sorry, I don't have a drink with me either. So I'm going to open up my book. So it says that it's 4 by 11, scored at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and 5 1/2. So we're going to score this full sheet at 5 1/2. That just saves us an extra step when we go to have another card, because we're going to cut this in half. This is going to give us 2 card bases, right? So 1, 2, and 3. So it's scored. It's scored for the opposite of what the last one was. This is 4 1/4 we're going to cut. So now we have 1 card base to set aside. That's going to go in my box of goodies over there. And this one now, we are going to do the scoring for the card. So this dark blade, of course, is our cutting blade. We don't want that one right now. We just want the light colored one. That's our scoring blade. We are going to score it 2 1/8. So 2, and there's that 8 that's halfway between the 2 and 2 1/4. So 1, 2, and 3, my magic number, and then 4 1/4. 1, 2, and 3. So there's our 3 cuts for the vertical. 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and 5 1/2. So once again, this is 4 1/4 by 11. We scored it pre-done, but if you just have a piece that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored it 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and at 5 1/2. So now I'm going to crease all of the folds with the bone folder. I like to crease up, up, and away. It's just kind of how I do. And then I'll put them in. I'll go back and score them how they are for the card fold. So we have the shape again, right? Just different way. So this one, this is kind of like a book fold as far as that this section is going to get glued down. So I'm going to fold up, score. Now I'm going to fold this entire piece back. We can even right now go ahead and glue this shut. So I put the glue on this side because that way we don't need to measure and it's going to get closed. Tear tape, Seal Plus, tape runners, anything like that would do. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to smoosh the glue around a minute with the bone folder. All right, so now you can see that we've got the start of our fold. So put this down. So we have this scored down like a book fold, right? So this is going to come back and this part's going to get scored upwards. And this is our fold. There you have it. Oops, sorry. Fold it forward and then back. Ah, my mistake. So here, the book fold it up to where it looks like it's a regular card base. Then fold that back and score. Now, for me, I want to go over even around the Calypso Coral because I just think it's going to add that little bit of depth to the card. So we're going to go, this is nice and sturdy. Go around here. Open it up. You don't need to do there, but you do need to open it up and finish this out. I'm stopping here. I don't want to draw any attention there. And we need to do this outer edge. You don't need to do that. That's going to be covered up. It will not be seen. So there is our card fold. And our card base is ready. Now we can glue all those pieces that we just did. This is, oh, sorry, we missed this piece that goes to the card base. So let's sponge it. We're going to need to open it up. It's just not enough ink. Oh, much better. That thump, 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 thump. think I'll just leave that open. This is going to go on to here. This is going to go here, but we are going to scoot it over and try to get a roughly even amount on this side and this side. So let's glue the center panel to its focal point, or the focal point to the center panel. Either way, it's going to work. And I forgot I wanted to stamp that little bit of Calypso Coral in there. So guess what? We're going to have to do it. See? Oops. They have this little one right there that I think we're going to use, because I don't want a lot, but I do want a little bit in there. Stampin' Pierce Mat and a little wee little tiny block. I just think it will add, so we're just going to go here. Little there. Not much, just a little hint of it. So now we can do, that one doesn't have anything on it. That's not the right piece we're looking for. There. Rotate your stamp so it doesn't look like it's all the same. Guys, I just found out my son, I wouldn't say he crashed his car, but you know, his car was stolen that he loves so much, and my husband fixed it. Well, what they could not see was that the guy damaged the axle. So my son was driving, thank goodness he was only going like 30 miles an hour, and the axle snapped, and he crashed into a guardrail. So of course he has insurance, yes. So now the insurance, they are fixing his car. They're going to replace the axle and fix the damage. The engine's fine. But yeah, that was scary. He called my husband up. He's like, Dad, you won't believe what just happened. So let's get all of these pieces now glued in place. This one is going to go here. Oh. You want that little border around the edges. This piece, of course, is going to go on this side. I think now that it's really going to come together, it's going to look great. We still have to color. All right, this piece then is gonna get glued on, and you can do it offset. Let me show you my sample. Do you see how she has more on this side than this side? I want it a little bit more central, okay? That is totally up to you. So, of course, I'm putting glue on this piece. I didn't have to. Now I realize I didn't have to sponge top and bottom of this piece at all, because it was being covered up. I want plenty of glue because I don't want nothing to come off. And I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to go right there. That looks so good. All right, so we just created DSP. And why? Because this is our focal point in here, and I'm hoping this works out the way. But see how bright this is when you put our focal point on there? That's where that little piece of vellum is going to come in. It's going to diffuse it a bit so that this is really, really going to pop. But I can't put this on, this vellum on, until this piece is on, because then it shows me where I can add adhesive. So we're going to color our flower. It's Calypso Coral Old Olive. So we're going to start with the dark. I'm going to do the stem dark. simple coloring here. I would say no polish skills needed, maybe. You can wield a crayon, you can color, right? You can color with these. All right, that one's done. Calypso Coral. I don't know why I start with light, I start with dark, but here we go. Calypso Coral. Do I want to add any more? No, we're going to do it really simple. So now we're going to brush this on. Light Calypso Coral. The tip of it is not... We're going to have to use the... Well, we'll use as much as the tip. You can see my tip is really white. Light Calypso Coral. Let's use this side and see what happens. That just does not look like. I might just color it all in with Calypso Coral. I want this much darker. I am not liking that at all. Maybe I put alcohol in it and now it's just too washed out. So we're going to just color it all. Calypso Coral. Much better. Oh, so much better. Because maybe I put some alcohol in that, and maybe I put it too much and it washed it out, because that almost looks like petal pink. Great if that's the color you're going for. It's just not the color I'm going for. Now what I am going to do is come back with the dark, the bullet tip of this, and just go, I mean, it may not give it as much contrast. You can add color, you just can't take it away. Great, that's fabulous. All right, so this piece now is going to get glued to this little bit of fun foam. If you're worried about the edge of the fun foam showing, go ahead and take your blend or sponge dauber and sponge around the edge of it. Trying to line it up though would help also. Let me show you what I mean. So you can take this and you can color, because that's like neon orange, right? So you can color around the edge in Calypso Coral. Go in there. Now you don't got to worry about it. Looks like you intended to do that, which I didn't actually. So we are going to put this here, but we need to see. So we have our, this needs to be backed in Calypso Coral. I can already tell you that is not going to work for me. So let's see what we have. Is this piece going to work? That piece is going to do. See, it just needs to be backed. It just does. And this is going to have a sentiment. And then I thought this one we would put here. But what we'll probably do is move it. Have this here and this over here. And that in the center. Or just put it, I don't know. We'll see. But this is going to get backed in Calypso Coral. Let's see. I got to figure out if I'm using all of those pieces. So there's that. Here's my flower. I have this hooray, which I meant to use. Maybe I just do The hooray just is not standing out. Let's try sponging. I mean, it's only paper. If I don't use it on this, I could use it on something else. Let's make this darker, like the flower. Because then maybe it'll stand out better. Reverse tweezers, where did you go? Let's pick this up and see what we like. Oh, look how much better that looks. It just needed sponging. And it needs that little back of... How am I going to get that on there without it being... If I put this here, right, then I don't like that hooray. Maybe I don't use the hooray at all. I just do this and do the sentiment. Okay, let's find a sentiment strip that we like to go on that little strip. Let's celebrate you. Okay, somebody send me your birthday. If you're one of my subscribers and you're on my mailing list, send me your birthday so I can make birthday cards, would you? We're going to put this on there. This hooray probably will not be used. Just like, no, I am not feeling it. No, no, no. So let's celebrate you. And we need the Stampin' Pierce mat. And we are definitely going to stamp it in Calypso Coral. Or do we do it in black? We do it in black because it will stand out more. And then we will sponge around it in Calypso Coral. So we need this piece, not this. This way. Yes. One shot, right? One shot at this. We nailed it. It's good. Goal, right? My Hank wants to run the football down the football field. The coach says, Hank, your nose guard, honey. He's like, but we'll get you out there. We'll give you a shot. He just really wants to play football. Doesn't want to be my husband says he would make a fantastic catcher for baseball. My husband loves baseball. But that little boy, he is all football. So this is let me see, this is, what is that measurement? That is, why is it like, it's 2 1/8, so 2 1/2. Let's see what we're going to do. 2 1/2, I think, will be too much of a border. No, that's going to be perfect. This one might not be on my description of the video. So let's take a note, right? This is 5/8. 5/8 by 2 1/2. Just so that I can put that in there for y'all. And let's get this glued down. And then we'll put it all on the vellum. And then, yeah, we're going to have to use glue dots, I think, on the vellum. Because vellum does not play nice. It's its own entity, vellum is. Vellum says, I play nice when I want to, right? So there we go. That is going to go there. And this is going to go like so. Yes, because I don't want it centered. Oh, though it does look good centered, doesn't it? It does look good centered. Okay, we'll center it. That wasn't my intentions, but we're going to do that. Tear tape then. Tear tape it. Glue dots for the flower, though we could probably get, we can get a strip of tear tape on there. I didn't do a good job with that. Why? Because I can, right? Why am I struggling with tear tape on the flower? I don't know. I don't know. Because I can. I want to struggle. Is that my thing there? I don't know. I don't know, but it's getting so hot. I am going to go start reading my book because it does need to get returned to the library. Well, I still have like several weeks, but books can transport you to different places you never imagine. I think it's a shame they don't. You know, when I went to school, there was a reading list, and you had to read, I mean, there was a list like The Grapes of Wrath, The Great Gatsby, classic books, Catcher in the Rye. Those are all the books, some of the books I read, but you had a reading list, and you had to complete that reading list to graduate. You had to write book reports on the books. They didn't have to be much, but the teacher had to know that you had read them. They don't do literature anymore in schools, and I think it is a loss that we will feel, I won't feel, but I think generations will feel to come, that they don't have literature in school anymore. In fact, maybe I'll see if Hank wants to read some Moby Dick, because we haven't read any in a long time. And that's our book that we've been working on now for a couple of years. And I say that because, and I say that with heart, because Hank wants everything explained to you. He wants, well, he wants you to explain everything to him. And the language in Moby Dick, the these, the thous, the way they think, we get off topic very quickly in Moby Dick. We can go maybe like 2-3 pages, and that might take us an hour. And then by then he's done. He's like, okay, I'm done. So we just come back to it, and I absolutely love it. I would love to read Tom Sawyer with him, but I know he's going to be a teenager soon. I'm not sure if we'll ever get there, but got a couple more years. I would like to say that we finished Moby Dick, that he read it with his grandmother, with Manji. That's me. I would really like to be able to, him to be able to say that. And he chose that book because I have a lot of books, really nice books. My mother would buy me because she knows how much I love reading. And my daughter has bought me a few too. I mean, beautiful pages in them. Right now, they're all in my hope chest. Not all of them, but because of doing the floors and stuff last year, I had to move them. But my poetry books, I have some really, really old books that I just love. My favorite poet is Robert Frost. My favorite poem by him is The Wind and Window Flower. And I could do it by heart. And I probably haven't looked at the book in 10-15 years. And I still know that poem by heart. And what runs through my mind is, morning found the breeze 100 miles away. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I still do. So that is our card. Now, we do need to look for some embellishments for this card, right? I think we do. So, oops, let's grab the bling box, which is now the bling box of bling that has been given to me. So we're going to take a quick little peek. Oh, I can already tell. I think those would really add to this, or those would too. Let's see if anything else sticks out to me. So it's my choice is this one or these back here. And these were from Joanne, the same. Oh, Joanne, your card, your gift. Yes, I think, oh, I think these would do lovely on here. I think so. I think this is what we're going to do. So we're going to put them, do I want one? 1, 2, 3. So 1 here, right? 1. I think we'll do 2, and we're going to go up here with the little one. I think I want it right there. I just do. That's where my eye says put me here. This is what it's speaking to me. So, oh, we need to stamp our envelope, guys, and I'm sorry that I'm going to set this off to the side. I'll put that back in a minute because envelope time, we haven't even done it. I know the video is running a bit long, but we want our envelope, guys, to be as nice, right? So we're going to do some quick, I need scratch paper, and I need that big block with the stamp. Oh, remember I set it up and away. And it's got, oh, I don't want this color on there. And it's inky, so we have to clean it off. It's inky, inky, inky. Oh, we want the other stamp. That's going to get a good cleaning in the house, in the sink. Because that's inky, inky, inky. That's going to go get rinsed off. Old Olive. And then we're going to stamp the gorgeous flower in Calypso Coral on here. And I didn't even put the inside in. Oh my goodness, I'm like, I'm not doing a good job, am I? So there we are. Maybe I am. I'm working on it. I am a work in progress. I like that a lot. Our flower in Calypso Coral. And then we have to stamp a sentiment. I think we're just going to go like that. And, oh, I don't know if I can't. I'm not going to bother to touch it up, but I am going to go like this. Okay, so the inside, let's go ahead and stamp a partial of the flower there. This little one on the side. And let's celebrate you. You're simply the best. And simply the best is going to be an Old Olive. It doesn't have to be a birthday card, but it could be. It would be. So now, are we done? Almost. We got to glue this down, right? Let's glue it. Let's get it in place. And I realize now that I stamped on the wrong side, guys. So give me a second. I've still stuck glue on it. Oh, I'm pulling some ink off a block. We are gonna try. Can't believe I did that. I can. My fingers are getting all gluey. I mean, I sat here and looked at it and realized I had to re-ink it, but yeah. Let's just add more glue to it and put it in place. This one is a long one. I'm so sorry, but it is perfect now. Now it's perfect, except it will be perfect. It just needs a little help with the glue department. So there we go. This is our card. We're going to wink Stella, our beautiful flower. Ugh. That just makes it all better, right? There we go. That's what it needed. Oh, you guys know we have to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the rest. We don't need to worry about doing it behind the vellum, because you won't really, I don't even know if it would show up through the vellum unless you like really had to look. But just Wink of Stella it all. Now you get the sparkle. Now you get the sparkle. and our envelope. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm not going to go through this spiel. If you are not subscribed, you know how you can help me out. Your thumbs up, likes, comments, guys, are why I am doing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now.